That's what she said. And before we start, we have to get a little housekeeping out of the way. Jamie was let me do this. He was just hosting the previous show, which is exciting, and bravo to Jamie. And, we have something to do right here, and it's happy birthday to you.
Really?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sheila. Happy birthday to you.
That's so funny. And I'm here dying from it.
Blow out your crooked
Thanks, guys.
candles.
Yeah, my crooked candles. Yay! Awesome. Thanks, guys. And I love cake.
And here we are on That's What She Said. Roll the opening.
That's so funny.
Oh, that's great.
This program is brought to you through the kind support of the Friends of That's What She Said. Support BCTV by visiting bctv.org/support.
It used to be great, now it's not so great, but it's still pretty great. Reading. Ate pretzels non-stop and pot pie no top. More dessert till we drop. Works. Did they really say that? They did not say that. Yeah, they did say that. That's what he said.
That's What She Said with me, Jane Street, looking like Andorra, because if you can't be, bewitched.
You do look like Andorra. That's awesome. I love it.
It was the outfit that I could wear tonight. That was not clingy, that was not form-fitting, because this heat
hot.
is just ridiculous.
It's
And I thought,
oppressive out there.
If I can just throw a sheet over me, that'll make me happy.
Absolutely.
And that's what I did. So, who are you? You're Sheila. And
I'm
you're-
Sheila.
Is that thing still tangled?
No, I'm done fighting with it. Nicole
God.
saved me last month,
Excellent,
and I was
yeah.
so mad I had
it again.
Well, I know she saved you last time. I didn't know if you...
I don't know who's going to
tangled it
save me
since.
next time. Maybe my friend Becca. I know she's watching out there. Help.
Oh, man.
I'm Martha.
And I'm Nicole.
And Martha, what have you... and yes, obviously, it's Sheila's birthday.
It's not. My birthday's on Thursday,
Well,
but
Oh, happy
well,
today we are celebrating.
do we have a show on Thursday? No.
No.
So it is your birthday.
Okay, today's my birthday.
You can't scold her on her birthday.
I know,
week.
right? I have no birthday
And
crown
Martha,
on.
what have you supplied as far as goodies tonight?
We're drinking strawberry daiquiris
They're so
or
good.
peach fuzzy navels. We're eating 3 kinds of cheese from the Blair Winery, some gluten-free crackers, and some full of gluten peanut butter brownies with Reese's peanut butter stuff on the top.
Let's talk about
Well,
that.
that sounds...
Burn your face off mango cheese.
Yeah, that mango cheese is really burning.
It comes out after
really-
it creeps
Oh,
on
it does.
I ate the cheese
I
5
can
minutes ago. I'm
recall, yeah.
dying now.
It hurts so good.
It is.
It's delicious, though.
But remember, you can call us live at 610-378-0426. That's 610-378-0426. We'd love to hear from you. You can also tweet us. I have the Twitter already, at She Tweets to Me. So here we are at the wonderful... it's July, isn't it?
Can't believe it's July.
Almost
How does
August.
this happen?
It's almost the end of July.
It
Yeah.
is. Well, there you go. Becca says she will always save you.
Thank you. Aw,
Now,
she
above
does.
this heat, it broke a little after this torrential rain we had earlier, which is just
We had a bad storm just a couple of minutes ago.
indeed.
It
and
was
took,
pouring buckets
when I
out
looked
there.
at before the storm, my thermometer was reading 104, and now when I left the house, it was 71.
Isn't it nice?
So yes,
Grateful
It's a
for that.
little
Grateful for
scary.
that little downpour.
On the weather report, and I've heard these very words a couple times, this heat wave will continue for the foreseeable future.
Stop. Are you serious?
Those very
I got
words.
band camp in 2 weeks.
Scary.
This can't happen.
That's really
You need one of those cool towel things.
foreseeable future.
Yeah.
what
is-
a ridiculous term, foreseeable future. I can foresee
Forget
the
it.
next 50 years. I
Right,
mean,
well,
There you
you
go.
can tell,
Well,
right?
wasn't
It's scary.
like the hottest temperature ever was recorded somewhere in Iran now? It's like 130
right.
some degrees.
That's not even safe. Like, how can you even breathe?
hotter than, hottest place other than Death Valley.
Hell. No, I just imagine. I don't know.
Also known as
hottest place in the world.
Bye.
Just guessing. I don't know.
Our friend Jason points out that if I was really Andorra, I would have pearls instead of the.
You would.
Oh, nice, Jason. That's
Which
true. I didn't
proves
think
that I am not a witch. Most of the time.
Darn.
And speaking of evil things, did anyone watch the recent convention?
I'm getting nervous, guys.
Yeah.
I watched this video, and it was a very interesting video where this guy was standing there, and he was, had words about Trump on one side and words about Hillary on the other, and it was just going back and forth, good things and bad things about each. And then he goes, what if you had just watched one side? And he said, a lot of people, that's what they do. If you really want to be informed, you need to read both sides. You need to listen to what people who don't agree with you are saying, so that you
can be informed.
So that you're truly informed and you truly know that you're making your decisions based on the right things. And that kind of hit me. So I definitely did my reading this time around, and I watched parts of the RNC, and I picked them up on YouTube, and there were a lot of articles that came through, and I read those, and I read people that agreed and people that didn't, and mostly was still pretty scared.
I think it's really important.
Yeah,
There's
no good.
I have friends.
Well, yeah, I think it's really important to not just get your news from the internet. I would urge you to read magazines
The
and
internet's
different
are heavily
newspapers.
edited.
And yeah, exactly. And as I've been, I get your news from the BBC. If you have a BBC app, I get breaking news on that much faster than I do on ABC. But I would really urge you to read a variety of papers and not just listen to one news or one channel. If you're listening to the
them all.
conventions, listen to them all, because there's
And then
very
today-
little just plain reporting, objective reporting being done.
Oh, indeed. And then today, the Democratic convention was off to a flying start
Goodness gracious.
with the booing of Bernie Sanders
That's very
by
embarrassing.
Bernie Sanders fans. This world has just gone insane. It is the wackiest.
Yes.
I tell you what.
Hey, we have a home viewer.
Oh, we
A home
do.
viewer who's not watching the convention, who are
Oh
you?
my God.
Watching us instead.
I'm
We're
so
way more
much
fun.
watching
I
us
think
rather
so.
than the convention. Who do we have with us tonight? Hello, home viewer. Who are you?
Hi, my name is Mark.
Hi, Mark.
So what do you have for us this evening?
Well, you posted on there today what's hotter than us, and I think Jane Street is so hot, you want to go straight.
We all think
Look at
she's
that.
hot.
She is.
I blush. If you can see under the makeup, I'm blushing.
Hi, Jane, you know who this is.
I'm having a little trouble hearing you.
More compliments, please.
Yes. But thank you for calling, darling.
You're welcome. Have a great night.
You too.
Thank you.
Keep watching.
Bye-bye.
Don't tune into that convention. Stay with us.
We're fun.
We love him.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, at the RNC convention, there was Ivanka Trump introducing her father, wearing a beautiful dress, and then the next day marketing that dress.
Can we do that?
They're very good
She
business
told
people.
people that you could get it at Macy's. You can get this outfit at Chico's. Where can you get your top?
Old Navy. In the clearance section.
And I know yours is custom made. But
Mine is custom
if
made.
Ivanka can do it,
I
why
made it
can't
with
we?
the help of Nicole.
Yeah, Old Navy is what's up.
It's a Weaver Street original.
It is. But
We need to get on a convention and market our
we
clothing.
do.
And of
I
course
will make one of these for you for just, I don't know, how much should I charge for this?
$100.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. It's an original, my
Well,
God.
no, the scale should
Oh.
slide up as our craft gets better, as we make more of them. Like,
Well,
that's
that's
how you
true.
sew this.
They'll get better.
so the next one I
That
make's
happened
going
when
for
I
about
sewed
$1.
flags. The first one was horrible. It got better and better as I went along.
But then there's the also, her clothes aren't even made in this country. They're made in China. And
Oh, Ivanka.
I just,
Stop.
this silliness that is going on in this world is just
If it weren't so serious, it'd be funny.
Yeah.
exactly.
If
Yeah,
this weren't
exactly.
such a dire, serious
But
situation,
but it-
this would all be really funny.
Yeah.
Well,
I
the
had someone on Facebook,
But it's not.
who I love, and I will not unfriend them, but I read these posts and I'm just like, who are you? But they posted a picture of the Trump family with Trump Center, Melania, and then all the various children from various relationships. And it was like, get a load of your new first family. If you don't like it, too bad. But look how successful these children are. How can Trump be a bad guy if all his children turned out right? And I went into the comments because I was like, I gotta see what's going on here. And so there were a couple people who were like, you're right, woo-hoo, Trump. And then one was like, do you realize that Trump probably had like nothing to do with raising these children? He supplied the money, the mothers, the nannies, the tutors. They all did the rest of it. So if they turned out great, I don't know how much he has to put into that. I was like, oh, well said, thank you. There is some sanity left.
Indeed. Oh my goodness. We're just going to follow this little Trump trail through, because we have a weird situation in Wyomissing that's been ongoing for what?
Oh, wow.
2 years.
The fence.
The fence. It's not a wall. It's a fence.
Are you sure?
The fence.
And they're mowing it, right?
That's how it starts. It starts as a fence.
It starts as a fence. Actually, it starts as one of those little hedges. They put a small hedge up.
Small passive-aggressive
It's
hedge.
a
Some
small
bricks behind it.
passive-aggressive hedge. It grows bigger and bigger, and suddenly
Soon
we
you've
have
got
a...
Mexico, right?
Who on earth are the people of Wyomissing trying to keep out of this
Oh,
playground?
the people who walk their dogs on the athletic field.
Oh, my God.
People who do all sorts of other things on the athletic field besides athletics. And
Probably riffraff like me from
well, I
Shillington.
think the thing that's kind of amusing is for the rest of us who don't live in Wyomissing and live in the other, 13 school districts in Berks County, we have cyclone fences around our, well, you know, the chain link fences around our athletic facilities. They have an architecturally designed red brick columns and wrought iron in between, and they're objecting to that. It's like,
Like, we
do you
get
know
it
there's
rich.
another world out there, people? Could
Oh
you
my
look
gosh.
across the river at the rest of the world? I just think, I guess when you get involved in something like that, you don't have to look at what's going on around you, right?
Indeed.
And
I-
I lost
I
all my
wonder-
friends in Wyomissing.
And I wonder too if it's like a snowball effect. Like it starts out where they go, yeah, maybe this is a good idea, and then they just are in too deep and can't get out. Like, oh, at this point, I can't say maybe this isn't necessary. Like I have to keep going forward with this.
I think you're right.
They're gonna think I'm a flake.
Maybe that's where the whole
Be
Republican National
consistent,
Convention's
kids.
from.
Be
Like,
consistent.
we just got to stay on this crazy train. We have nowhere else to
I-
go.
I-
That's
gonna get more
exactly what it
stupid.
was. And
And
they
I
took
did-
it all the way up to the Supreme Court in Pennsylvania. I think we refused to hear it.
Oh, well.
And so, yeah, so the fence, at this point, the fence is going in, folks, so.
Well, I mean, I do think that's an important thing that we as human beings get caught up in this whole entrenchment in if we have an idea, we must be right, and we're so scared to be wrong.
Yeah.
It's all right to be wrong. I'm wrong most of the time,
Absolutely.
but just let that go. If we were just willing to say, okay, maybe somebody else has a better idea or a right idea, there would be a lot less trouble in this world.
I hate to be wrong.
I hate to be wrong.
I hate it.
But it becomes an
But you admit that
obsession.
you are, if you are,
Yeah.
don't you?
If I have to, reluctantly, but it kills me. I'm not gonna lie. It does.
So you're the problem.
Yes.
All right, we're going to solve that.
I'm
We've
trying.
gotten you
I'm
over
working on
we've
it.
gotten you over your hatred of holidays somewhat. So we're going to get you to admit every day that you are right. You're wrong.
I try. Baby
What were you
steps.
wrong about last?
This yarn.
That it wouldn't tangle?
That it wouldn't all snazz up on me, but then
But then she thought that I couldn't get it undone.
That's
I was ready to
Oh,
do
yeah.
And I
make
did it.
confetti
And
out
I
of
did it. Yeah.
Yep.
I was ready to tear it up like a cat.
And speaking of tearing up, roll that intro.
You know, I have to tell you that There's been so much ranting in the last few weeks nationally that I'm almost embarrassed to have this segment. And I'm going to do something different because something that has happened recently to me. I am not a Pollyanna, okay? And anyone who knows me knows that I'm not the person who always finds the good in something. I always find the positive. I'm not. I'm also not a natural smiler. So I get very annoyed if I'm walking along by myself and I'm thinking about something in the hall, maybe going to my classroom, and somebody says, "You're not smiling, Martha." I just really want to smack them.
Me too.
I just really, it's like, but if I'm out and I see somebody looking at me, I smile. Whether I know you or not, I smile. Because I think that's what we ought to do. Saturday, I went to Giant to do my weekly shopping. Not my favorite job. I had to sort of psych myself up to doing it. And it was busy. A lot of people shopping at Giant. I didn't see anybody I knew, but I saw a lot of people. And as you're shopping and you're getting in ways of carts, and people are talking on their cell phones, and you make eye contact, and I smiled at people. No one smiled back, and a couple people gave me a dirty look, like, "I don't know you." It really started me thinking that maybe we are a nation that ought to stop whining and stop ranting and start looking for more positive things, because it's really a pretty great place to live. No matter who you are, it's a pretty great place to live, and we have become a nation of the glass is half full. Or no, half empty. I'm sorry.
Empty.
We need to be the other person. I just, again, I'm not a Pollyanna. I think you have to look at things realistic, but for goodness sakes, you're in a grocery store and somebody, and I look pretty normal. Somebody smiles at you. I'm not flirting, for God's sake. And you don't smile back. You just give me a dirty look, or you look down. I think that's kind of indicative of what's happening in our society. And I would urge you to start smiling more and start lighten up, for goodness sakes. Let's just be a little bit more, let's just enjoy what we have.
And roll that outro.
Look at that.
So we are going to start an initiative right now. We're going to encourage ourselves and every one of our viewers to start smiling at people.
Yeah.
Stop looking at the floor, stop looking at the trees. Just look at somebody and smile. And if they don't like it, to heck with them.
You don't have to have a conversation. Just smile.
Indeed. I actually many years ago saw a gentleman who did that. Every person he passed, he would just be like, and it kind of freaked me out at the time. I was younger then, but I get it now.
You're younger, maybe you're not so wise to that type of thing.
Indeed.
Was it younger people you smiled at?
No, they're the
old
old people.
But,
no.
But yes, we are all going to endeavor to every day start smiling at people. I think that would do a lot of good in the world.
Thank you. Good. That's
We're going to think I'm possessed.
stop.
Yeah, they're going to be like, "What are you smiling?"
I
at?"
am a smiler, so
I
I have no
Yes, you
problem with
are.
that.
People
I'm
don't
really
to know
good
good when I
smile.
smile. Like, they always do. They're like, "Wait a minute."
Well,
Like,
that's because you give that little smile that's a kind of smirk smile that says, "I'm up to something."
smirk. I do smirk. They do. Every time I smile, everyone's like, "What?" No way! I'm just smiling. I can't smile.
But you can. See, if you did it more regularly,
They would think it was normal.
They would think it was
I
normal.
don't think you just
It's
walk
just-
around
They
smiling and
expect it all the
You
time.
don't walk around like a total like,
Dang. My face will start to hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
So peace rocks.
Peace rock.
That was that was suggested by somebody on our quest for topics.
You were
Uh,
topic.
Facebook topics.
Yes. So this is it's fill us in.
The Peace Rock, or it's a rock in the Schuylkill River. If you drive up 61, beyond Hamburg, you look over to the right, there's this big rock, and it has all kinds of stuff painted on it. Somebody, I think, painted a peace sign on it, which is now why it's called the Peace Rock. every year, at least one person drowns diving off that rock, hitting their head. But it's become a big deal. It's on the internet, it's on YouTube. All you have to do is, Google Peace Rock and it'll even give you a map how to get there. It's a hazard, okay? It's a hazard, and people are clogging the road. It's on a 2-lane road, and people are coming from New York to dive off this rock. The Reading paper ran a full-page, front-page article on this rock on Saturday. I'm not sure I think they ran it because they wanted people to know how dangerous it was, but they really didn't bring that out. I mean, it looked kind of picturesque. And then Sunday, a man from Allentown drowned. Because there were 500 people, probably, who had read the paper and gathered there, the emergency people could not get through to rescue the man. He died, and they don't think they could have saved him, but they couldn't get through to even get to him.
So please don't go to Peace Rock, even though we're talking about it now.
No,
it's just
Don't look at it. You don't have to swallow it.
Indeed. I mean, we understand that younger people think they're immortal. No one is immortal. And who's our first home caller?
Second.
Oh, second home caller. Hello, who's with us?
Hi, this is Brian.
Oh, my goodness. How are you, Brian?
How's everyone doing tonight?
We're good.
That's my roommate.
Hey, Brian.
He's a lovely gentleman. He bought me a drink last night.
I did. I saw this great show, and I did buy a few drinks last night. It was awesome.
It was awesome.
Well, you were a very kind gentleman. Do you have anything to say to us?
Yes, I do. I have actually a couple things. I wanted to know, what is Sheila knitting? I have to know what my roommate's knitting.
I'm crocheting a scarf.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, it's an
Very,
infinity
very nice.
scarf.
That's not something you could have asked her at home?
You won't be awake when I get home.
It's called Infinity Scarf because she'll never finish it.
I started it out softly because my question here is, Sheila has this issue with the holidays that you guys just brought up.
Yeah.
And I wanted to know, for someone who loves Christmas and the holiday season, what is a good time to put up the Christmas tree that is kind of in the middle of someone who doesn't love the holidays, but I don't know.
Well,
December 24th.
Here's the question. How long do you want the Christmas tree to stay up?
Well, I tend to put it up November 1st.
Oh, that's much too early. No.
Ours is right after Thanksgiving.
You
That's
have
a
to
good
wait
time,
till at least
Thanksgiving.
after Thanksgiving.
Well, we'll see if that happens.
We'll compromise. We'll figure it out.
I will let you two fight about this at home.
We'll fight about it at home.
Now, the last question I have is, when it is this ungodly hot outside, I just wanted to know from each of you, what is your favorite drink, whether it be cocktail or other? What is your favorite drink when it is this hot outside? Because it's crazy.
Tanqueray martini always works.
Wow.
I like a gin and ginger when it's this hot.
Gin is just.
What about you,
Yes.
Nicole?
I just drink water. I'm so
Water. I'm boring. I like water.
Just drink water.
Water's my favorite.
So Martha and I are not the cheap dates.
Very nice. Well, thank you guys so much. It's
Thank
a great
you.
show.
Thanks for calling
Love
in,
you,
darling.
darling.
And remember, you can call us at 610-378-0426 or tweet us at She Tweets to Me. Oh, my goodness. So, let's take that break.
Oh, snap.
That's what she said. Join Martha. We're always daring. Sheila. And a little bit twisted. Nicole. Good for all seasons. And me, Jane Street, with just the right amount of spice. Visit us at youtube.com/vids That's What She Said to view snippets and full episodes of our past shows. Everyone must Facebook, and we do too. Like our page at facebook.com/ShePostsToMe. Stay in the know. And don't forget Twitter at SheTweetsToMe. Don't want to be bothered by all those words, dots, and slashes? Just visit our page at twss.tv and use the social media links at the top to find us online. You can also visit our guest page, where you can see who's been on our show and follow links to the episodes on which they appeared. How convenient. Get the scoop on all the ladies of That's What She Said. Remember, some of us are single. Don't forget to bookmark twss.tv. And now, back to the show.
And we just found out something very exciting. Today is what, July 25th?
Yes.
It is 6 months until Christmas.
Oh no, it was countdown,
So there you
Brian.
go, right? But still, no trees till after Thanksgiving.
That's right.
It's just not done.
No.
You shouldn't have said that. Your roommate is already getting
I probably got it was going to be so
Really
rushed.
get it together.
He's probably putting up the tree now, that's why I asked.
So, did you want to say anything more about the Peace Rock?
Don't swim there.
No, I
Just look at it.
I think
it is
I
interesting
think the
journalism.
article might have done the opposite of what they intended to do.
Indeed.
They also had a picture of people sliding down the Kernsville Dam, and also dangerous things, but it sure looked like fun. So again, I think if you're that 20-something who's pretty sure you're immortal, it was just an enticement to go visit there. I think maybe be careful with what we put in the front
Yes,
page.
I think that's a generally bizarre thing that we do. We give out warnings, but we put pictures with
Right.
them that make it look fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey guys, don't do this. It's dangerous.
Like a cheer, a backflip off the
Three-year-old
Peace
Rock
Rock.
sliding down the dam. I mean,
Yeah,
is that
don't
really-
do that, guys.
I have to say, I saw the picture, and
Yeah,
it looked
like
darn fun.
It did.
It was in
was
this
like-
heat
That's not
wave.
the way to make
There's
things
nothing I'd
fun.
rather do than slide
Right,
down a rock into a
exactly.
river. But
Like it's 115 degrees and my face is melting. I could die, but that looks
Right.
fun. I'm willing.
indeed.
I'll die cool. In 2 ways.
Oh, now speaking of hot things, Rio. We have Rio coming up with the Olympics, which I'm sure is going to be steamy.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't go with.
Did you see,
There's a lot
was it
going
Hope
on.
Solo? Hope Solo posted, because she wasn't going to go.
Yeah.
Is that Han Solo's
Yeah,
daughter?
yeah, illegitimate daughter. But she posted
strange.
pictures of her Rio arsenal, and it was like bottle after bottle after bottle of bug spray and face masks and all these
Ew.
things. And she kind of posted it tongue in cheek, I think, but I looked at it, I was like, girl, I don't think any of that's wrong. Take it all.
I mean, I
wouldn't
understand
go.
you've trained for this forever, and you're head up to go. But if I was anyone, I wouldn't go. If you the Zika is the Zika.
It's rampant there.
The Zika.
Well, it's apparently
also
better
fancy now,
now
isn't it?
because they're coming into their cool period. But that's not the only reason. I mean, Zika is definitely a concern for women in childbearing years or who are pregnant.
But the whole concern is also that Rio was just that Brazil was not ready for this.
Right.
And the Australian Olympic team, their coach said that he was not going to let them go into the Olympic Village because the place where the athletes are supposed to stay wasn't ready. There was sewage backing up. There were roofs leaking.
but
and
we've
it was
heard all of this
just
with
awful.
the last Olympics in
Russia.
Russia too.
Right.
And half the Russia team can't even go. They've been
Indeed.
ousted from it. So part of me thinks everyone else should go just be like,
When, and to tell you the truth, when is it? I just don't think people are as excited about it because there's been so much.
yeah, I mean, I usually honestly, my husband and I get jazzed for the Olympics. We love to watch opening ceremonies.
when
We
is
love
it?
to watch
I have
them.
no
It's
idea.
August 5th.
Ah,
Oh, it starts
And,
August 5th. I have
and
friends
the
that
two
wanna
of
watch
us
next week.
just aren't, this will be, I think, our 4th Olympics now since we've been together, like between winter and summer. And we're just, we really just aren't as excited about these. You know, when it's China, we're like, oh, opening ceremonies, and then after dinner, we're like, holy crap, that was ridiculously awesome and frightening. And with all of this coming up, we're like, maybe we'll watch. I don't know. You know, we don't feel as excited, and usually we're people who
Super
love
excited.
to watch the Olympics. Yeah, so it's tough, and I think it's part of what's been going on, and
Well, also I know people that were down to Rio for the World Cup, I think was played, and said no, they probably wouldn't go back again for anything else.
yeah, my husband's big into that, and he said it was a poo show
Yeah.
to
Excellent.
mild down his words. So. Yeah, I'm interested to see the opening ceremonies because that's probably my favorite part. I love the pomp and circumstance of
It's
things.
fun.
So, and I think Rio will do a nice job because they're a very glitzy and showy people, you know. But
I just read a book, though. It's really summer reading, a James Patterson book about, it's supposed to have taken place in Rio just prior to the Olympics, and I think it's called The Games, or The Game. Yeah, I think it's called The Game. And it's it's a James Patterson. You can read it in one evening, but they just catch my interest. And after reading that, I would not go to Rio because it talks about all the slum areas that are just horrendous. Anyway, just my literary tip for this evening. It's read a good James Patterson.
There's Martha's summer reading tip.
I've never watched the Olympics in my life.
Really?
Not once.
My goodness.
I'm not opposed to it. It just never happened.
No Olympics.
Huh.
What the heck do you do?
jeez,
I was always competing at something.
That's
Polo
right,
dart, skate,
right.
like whatever.
she's
yeah.
at band camp sweating her butt off,
Yeah.
getting crazy
She's
weird
what's
tans.
the-
Tied up somewhere.
What's the thing in the Winter Olympics with the
Curling?
Curling?
Yeah.
Curling! Oh my
Yes.
gosh. You know what's funny? Is you make fun of curling for years until you see it and you're just like, oh yeah, he should have went a little bit like you become an immediate expert because you're like, oh man, any drunk Canadian can pick up this game, I can pick up this game.
Let's start a curling team.
It's so much fun. My husband and I say that every Winter
the
Olympics. We're
broom
like,
going down
we're
the
gonna go curling. We can be Olympic stars.
That's what she said,
Like,
curling.
I can be an Olympic star. Nicole Weaver, 1 gold.
Champion curler.
But they have really cool uniforms.
They do.
Really cool uniforms.
I love
Oh,
curling.
very
See,
creative.
that would be what makes me pick the team
you
I
would
want to
like-
be on. Is
of
what
course
they
you would.
wear.
The
Like, you
Norwegian
gotta look
game
good when you're
usually.
doing.
But who came up with this? I have a rock and I have a broom. What can I do to entertain myself?
With any sport,
Curl
it's
with
the
it.
same.
When you have how many days of absolute darkness in
Well,
the year?
yes, that-
There are only so many things you can do with that broom.
well, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! I would like to just be serious for one moment. Take a short tangential maneuver. Again, just because a friend of mine's mentoree was killed last night in the latest shooting in the Fort Myers nightclub, the teen night, and I just have to say it again. We need to do something in the country about this gun issue, and it's not enough to send prayers. It's not enough to have a moment of silence. Action is needed now, because it's happening too darn frequently. So,
To
kids now, like, these are kids.
76% of people surveyed believe there should be tighter restrictions on. So really that we can't make something happen.
well, the silly thing is, people keep saying criminals don't get their guns legally, but every gun at some point in its history was obtained
purchased
legally.
somehow.
So,
And not all of these gunmen were criminals
Right.
who
Exactly.
obtained illegal guns. There are
Many of
so
them
many
got their
stories
guns
of
legally.
Normal
They
people.
were
Yeah.
his mother's guns.
Yeah.
They were his guns. They were, guns of a neighbor. They were legally obtained. They were guns in a home. It was the person. It's the fact that we have poor mental health. We have poor regulation, and you're right. We just don't do enough, and we don't demand that our representatives represent us.
Yes. And again, no one's saying take all the guns. We're just saying have some darn reasonable regulations so that we can lessen. We're never going to get rid of it. Nobody is saying that. If we can lessen the occurrence and the death toll from all of this, that's a good thing. And things can be done to do that. All right. I veered from our happy show, and now we're going back to it.
Oh, good.
All right.
Well, roll that next tape.
Here we are.
It worked. So my surprise topic today is a little nostalgic. I know. I promise I'll try not to cut onions. So let's say, let's all have a little moment think here. Let's say that you came upon a thrift store or a garage sale and you saw this item that was a lost item from your childhood, and it was an asking price of $100. What is that item that you would pay $100 to get back from your lost childhood? Now, for me, it's a book. And I don't quite remember the name of it. It's something like The Lost Key or the something key, something with key. And on the cover, there's 3 kids huddled around something. And it was a book where you were like solving a mystery with these kids. And my grandma and I read that every time I went to visit her. So, I mean, we would read it every summer, multiple times a summer. I would read it by myself, and it was always in this one room at my grandma's house. Years later, one Christmas, it occurred to me, I haven't seen this book in years. I want this book. And I went looking for it, and I can't find it. And my aunts and uncles swear that they never threw anything away out of that room. It's got to be in there. But if I saw that book, I would pay $100 for it.
Wow, really?
I would pay $100 for it because it has my grandma wrapped up in it, and I want to read it with my children and rediscover it with them. And I want this book in my life so bad. I think about it at very odd times. Like today I was driving home with my son, and it popped into my head again. I'm like, I just wonder where that book is.
You know, you can go online. There are all kinds of book searches. You could go online and describe it just as you have.
And I might find
And
it.
they will shoot answers to you.
Yes.
My daughter's
I
done
gotta
that.
do that.
Yes.
I gotta do
You
that.
don't have to know the title. You can just say it's something about a key. The cover had 3 kids on. If you gave them that much about it,
They might be able to find
you
it.
would come up with some
All right,
possibilities.
I'm going to do it.
Here
I'm going to find this book.
Yeah.
If I can
Yeah.
find it, I'll bring it to the next show.
That's
Google
awesome.
Book searches.
Okay, book searches. I will do it. All right, so that's mine. How about yours?
Oh,
Any of you?
somebody else go.
Okay. Well, I can honestly say, like, I am not about, like, keeping things. So I don't know that there is anything.
No.
Like, I'm about getting rid of stuff. I have no sentimental attachment to most things. Like, there are some things, but, like, I can't think of any one, like, childhood item that I really bend over backwards to have.
So I'm the sap.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm definitely not sappy.
I'll take that title.
How about you, Martha?
I was a spoiled only child, so I had far too much stuff, and I don't think I would pay $100 for any of it. The only thing that was kind of weird was I had a set of knife, fork, spoon, and pusher. Okay, and I know that none of you have ever seen a pusher, but I was about, I don't know, 4, and this was just they were small pieces of silverware. And the pusher was sort of like this. It was like a handle with this little blade, and was to push your food onto your fork.
Oh.
That's a genius piece of silverware. Why do we not use that?
Yeah, what happened to
know.
the pushers?
But if you see one and want to pay $100, you feel free. You might want to Google that too.
Because Martha won't.
Because one time my parents had company, and they were all adults, and I was sitting at the table very bored because I had to sit there, and I had the pusher, and I stuck it in my mouth and turned it. Picture an alligator.
Oh my God!
In the middle of my parents' very serious conversation with adult guests, I had to sort of nudge my mother. I never saw the pusher after that. And I didn't rejoin the dinner party after
Oh my goodness! I would
That's
have.
phenomenal.
I have to say,
Sorry,
you'd never. I bet you could find it for $100, and it'd certainly be hard to.
I've never
hard-
seen one since then, but it was a little.
she got rid of
Goodness.
it. Use your fingers now.
I just used my fingers.
I would say it would be the upright piano that was in my mother's brothel.
Oh,
In my sitting room.
okay.
piano.
Which is what I associate mostly with my childhood. Various ladies were able to play, and at night,
nice,
yes,
yeah.
they would entertain.
that.
And it was,
do too.
if I saw I loved that upright. I doubt I would ever see it for $100, but
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
but yeah, and where would I put it? I don't know. But that would be an absolutely lovely thing to have.
Good answer.
And
Yeah, it
go
would
to
be fun.
tape.
Tape?
So, here we are. Let me see. Let me see what Pokemon are in the studio.
Oh, jeez.
That's so scary. I think they're ghosts. I really do. I don't think.
Ghosts.
No.
Somebody was searching for Pokemon and they're like, oh, look,
think of
there's
the
a
ghost.
lizard in your fireplace. I'm like, well, kill it. Get it out. I don't want that nonsense in my house.
And there are no drugs.
Get it out. No. Get whatever's in my fireplace out of my house.
See,
There's
it
none of
seems
that
to me
allowed.
like you would be a person who would play Pokemon Go.
Okay, I confess, I tried.
Ah.
And then I was like, no, I could get too into this, so I stopped. I pumped my brakes, I'm
See,
done.
like right now, there's a wild Pidgey
A Pidgey
in this studio.
A wild
A
pigeon.
bird?
Everybody
Fine.
get
Where
here.
is it?
I'm going to catch
There's going to
it.
be like a stampede right outside of the studio.
Oh,
Everybody's like, a Pidgey.
hot diggity! I've caught the wild Pidgey.
Oh, yay.
Go home, everybody. Pidgey.
Life is good.
Peace is restored.
Peace is restored to the world.
I'm not
Yes.
into it, but I love the heck out of the posts that are coming from it. I don't know how
funny.
Yeah, I don't know how real this one is, but this guy took a picture of his wife in labor with one of those little Pokemons in the corner. I was like, I would throw something in.
That's grounds for divorce.
And then this other guy posted a picture. He's like, my wife never knew Pokemon when she was younger. She doesn't know what any of them are about, nothing. And this is what she named the ones she's caught. And I can't
Oh, I
even tell
have
you.
to
'cause
find
they're-
that. I've heard of that.
I gotta
dirty.
find it and I'll share it with you, but they are funny because she like just describes them as they are. And they're getting worse and worse as they go, like really raunchy, and it's funny. So like even
It
though
is
I'm not
funny.
into Pokemon Go, I am loving what's coming out of
Can I
it.
ask a question about
Yes.
it, though? Oh, and it sounds a lot of fun, and the good part
No,
is
you may
that
not
people-
ask a question.
that people are getting out. I mean, kids are getting outside, which I think is a big plus.
Yeah.
However, this isn't something that is going to make life even more dangerous for motorists, is it?
Oh, of
Yes,
course
it is. People have been having
There have already
accidents
been
left
accidents.
and right. Yeah.
That was my real fear.
I'm
that-
seeing
I
tons
mean,
of pictures of my friends with like scraped knees because they fell while walking.
right, or I
Like
mean,
walked off a
Is
cliff.
this the book?
Oh my god!
We found the book.
You found the book!
Jason Messner, thank you for finding the book.
Jason Messner, you're the greatest person ever! Oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
and she's going to give you $100.
No, I won't! I love you!
That's so cool.
That's the book!
Key to Treasure.
Oh, Nicole. Now she's overclipped.
No, stop, I'm gonna cry.
I mean, I don't know where we can get it, but now you at least you know
now
that
you
it-
can go on.
Treasure.
Yeah, or go on Amazon.
I will find it. Jason Messner, you are my angel of book mercy. Thank you.
There you go. Well, miracles
crying
have
like a door.
miracles have happened. Or that's what she said.
Jason,
tonight.
that's what's happening.
Jason,
That's
if
funny.
you find a pusher, don't bother. I really don't.
Thank you, darling. That's absolutely wonderful.
fantastic.
I'm afraid of
And I
that.
shrilled into the microphone. So
Well, that's exciting.
moment.
Yeah, that's,
Exciting.
that's,
Nicole needs to collect herself.
No,
I
it's
do.
very
Unbooklet.
cool.
Talk amongst yourselves.
I love it. I love how much that means to you. That's,
Me too.
That's
I wish
absolutely.
something meant that much to me.
I
I'm serious. I don't have anything that means that much to me.
Oh my goodness.
need to find it so I can show it to my grandma. She'll be excited.
Well, while Nicole collects herself, roll tape.
Roll tape.
It's Sheila. Sheila's not necessarily current movie picks.
Okay, so my movie pick, okay. I know I'm probably the only horror movie fan here.
No, you're not.
I'm so glad, because I really thought I was. Who saw The Conjuring 2?
Oh, I saw
Right?
the first one.
You saw the first one, well then you need to see the second one. It is seriously scary. This movie, I can't even tell you. And there's, you know what's so funny? I've seen it twice. And the second time I saw it, I picked up on so many clues that are obvious, blatantly obvious clues, like to everything. I'm like, what? I couldn't believe myself. But it's really scary. It's about a couple, and this is based on a true story. It's about a couple who they hunt demons and stuff. They help people who are possessed by demons or have some sort of supernatural problems. And this one is based in England. It's about a little girl who was possessed. This is a real case, and the story is scary. And I mean, if you look up on the internet the real story, the movie was spot on. The movie was like terrifyingly
It's called
spot on.
Conjuring?
The Conjuring 2.
The Conjuring 2.
Yeah, it's really good. You won't sleep well after this one.
The Warrens, that's the name.
The Warrens, yeah, Ed and Lorraine Warren.
And Lorraine
they're
is
a real
still
couple.
alive.
Yeah.
But possessed.
So that's what makes this movie like really super creepy. Is that that
Wow.
It's
that
based on
real.
their stories.
Yeah.
Watch that.
Oh,
Can I find it on Netflix? Or-
Not yet. I don't know if it's still in the
Could I
theater.
No, I think it just
First-
came out in the theaters.
Could I
didn't it?
Yeah,
find
it's,
the first
it
one
might
on
still be.
Netflix, like
The first one
Conjuring
might be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The first one's
one's
good.
The first one's really good.
Did you see the most recent Purge movie?
No, but I can't wait to.
Oh, okay.
That'll be on. That'll be one of my next reviews because that one's on my list for sure. That and I think Suicide Squad.
Yes.
I really want
I'm
to see that.
excited to see that.
I
That one
am
looks
too.
pretty cool. So that'll be on my next couple of reviews.
Excellent. So,
Yeah, go
so,
see
what-
The Conjuring too. It's really good.
so is it the same cast?
The couple
Yeah.
is, but the family that
Right.
the story is based on is not. It's a single mom with 4 kids on her own and one little girl. The demon picks her and
Wow.
all hell breaks loose, literally.
Literally, yeah.
Quite literally. It's terrifying.
great. You can find all kinds of interviews. The Warrens even had a show for a while, I think, where they discussed their things. Wonderful
There's
couple,
pictures,
beautiful couple.
articles,
Yeah, and
everything.
the first movie, it seems like it focused more on the events, and the second movie really seems like it focused on the Warrens and sort of their love story and how these cases affected them.
Right.
But and the 2 lead actors, oh my gosh, I love both of them.
Amazing.
Patrick Wilson and
Vera Farmiga.
Oh, right.
I love
Okay.
her. She's so good.
She's intense.
Yeah, but yeah, I love
And
it.
the
She picked that
monster looks
movie.
like a big scary Marilyn Manson nun.
Good movie. Good. Oh yeah, at the end.
Doesn't it
when
look like
comes-
Marilyn Manson? I think so.
We saw it in the theaters as a date night, and I was like, ha! And my husband.
Those are
ever
the best for date night.
Ever
I love that.
the calm man. He's like, it's a movie. You need to calm down. I'm like,
No, are you kidding? I can't even get scared. Stop.
oh my goodness. All right. So our Sheila's movie pick is
The Conjuring 2.
Okay.
Go see
Wonderful.
it.
Put that on my list.
roll that outro.
It's Sheila. Sheila's not necessarily current movie picks.
All right then. We had a question that came up the other day. What is the funniest live show you've ever seen?
That's what she said.
I don't know. Like a comedy show or a theater piece or even a concert.
The Capitol Steps.
Ah,
The Capitol Steps, and I don't know, I think they come back to Reading every other year. We saw them last year. They were phenomenal. I can hardly wait to see the next Capitol Steps because nothing is sacred. It's originally started as a group of congressional aides who got together in like happy hour, and they started doing.
Oh, I didn't know
comedy
that's how it
routines.
started.
Yeah, it really
That's
did.
fun.
It
That
really,
sounds
that's
awesome.
why. That's right. I mean, they really were congressional aides.
Oh,
and then it got to be a show. They started putting shows on for, people in Congress. And then it just took off. So now they have different troops of actors who do this. And you can find it on YouTube. But it's hysterically what they do. And it changes. One show may change by next week, but they're going to have so much fun with these conventions.
oh, indeed.
And even when we saw it last year, of course, by that time Trump was already running and Hillary was, and Bernie, and so they were all on. And they do all sorts of routines to modern show tunes that they rewrite to. It's hysterically funny. If you get a chance to see it, if it comes anywhere near you.
They play the Miller Center often, don't they?
And we saw it at the Miller Center. They often come to Kutztown too, to the Kutztown Arts, but they're not listed this year for the Kutztown Arts Festival. I haven't seen the Miller Center listing yet, but they usually come back every 2 years. So that's absolutely. We've seen them 3 times. And every time we see them, when I leave, my face is just tired from laughing because you just laugh nonstop. It's just an excellent show.
Cool.
Funniest show.
I would see that. For Father's Day, I bought my husband tickets to see Jim Gaffigan, who just played last weekend at the arena. And that was funny. His opening act, Ted Alexander was his name. We went, oh, great. But he was funny. He was good. And then Jim Gaffigan was great. There was this bit he did about cats and people who own cats. And we have cats. we were, there was one point where I was just tears streaming down my face laughing. It was good. It's so good to laugh, especially in a live audience. I think there's something so cathartic about not just being by yourself watching a TV screen, but it was good. And we were people watching and laughing at Jim Gaffigan. It was a great night. It was an all-around great night.
That is fun.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. We saw years ago a taping of Bill Maher.
Oh, yeah,
which was great in an audience because he was funny as heck.
Yeah.
And then and another one was it veered between weird and funny and sad and Puddle's Pity Party.
Oh,
you
the
don't
clown.
know Puddle's Pity Party?
That's the clown, right?
Yes.
Puddles? I thought so.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know
He
if I could do a
sings.
clown.
Oh yes,
Oh, he
he's
sings
amazing
beautifully.
voice. I saw him in Pensacola, oddly enough, in this little club, and the show was just stunning.
I didn't know he actually performed. I've just seen videos.
No, he has a show. He doesn't speak, but he sings. So everything else is clownish mime.
But he sings like really melancholy songs.
He does, but he's hysterical. He's
Puddles.
I think that's
Puddle's
cute.
Pity
His name
Party.
is Puddles.
A on my list. So you haven't
Now, are we talking like live shows, or?
Yes.
Gosh, I haven't really seen anything live. I saw Mary Poppins yesterday. That was pretty funny. I don't know, live. I don't really get out much to watch live shows, but I did watch an Ellen DeGeneres stand-up show on TV, which was hysterical. Like anything Ellen is so funny. Yeah. So that's about as close to live as I've ever seen. But she was good. I love Ellen.
I do too.
Oh my goodness.
She's hysterical.
Yeah.
Speaking of funny, Alan Cumming.
Oh yeah, you heard what he did?
Yes,
he wants healthy stuff at Dairy Queen. I think you should go somewhere other than Dairy Queen.
Indeed.
Like Dairy Queen is not known for their vegans and their healthy choices.
I thought about that
go to Salad Works.
I thought about that last night as my husband handed me over because I had an especially hard day, and I got done putting David down to bed, and I come downstairs and I'm just like, and he goes, here, and I had a small Dairy Queen Blizzard with M&Ms and peanuts, and I was like, I love you, and this is a million calories, and I don't care.
Yes, because we just sort of jumped into this. Alan Cumming, the actor, singer, has decided to write Dairy Queen and request demand vegan items on the menu, which is just one of the silliest things I've ever heard of.
And can I bring it from a financial or like a logistic standpoint?
Yes.
I know people who are currently opening up an ice cream shop, and those machines are $30,000. And to have a vegan option, you need to have a completely separate machine. Much like if it needed to be gluten-free, you would have to have something completely separate system. Nice. So Dairy Queen is going to look at that and go, why do you want me to invest these many thousands of dollars in something that's such a niche market of people that would get it? So financially, logistically for them, it's not going to work.
Now, this is nothing against vegans.
No,
I have many friends who are vegans, but don't go to Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen is not the place for you. That's known for junk food and stuff. Like, that's why
I think it was done for PETA. I think it was part of a PETA initiative to get people more aware of not eating,
Just forgot about
animals
this.
to animals, right?
Oh,
You're not gonna get me
Peter,
to stop eating
chill out.
lizards. I'm sorry.
No, neither.
One,
Yeah.
two.
Two.
Oh, well,
2
here
minutes,
we go.
wow.
2 minutes. Ooh, it's Sheila's birthday.
Oh, what is that?
Okay, well,
Wait, blow up.
okay.
Let's put the sound effects.
Let's try this one. Oh, happy birthday, Sheila. All right. So, before we go, we want to thank, I just want to get this done with. We're not going right now, but we're going shortly. Joan, Amber, Cameron, and Jessica for doing the marvelous job here at BCTV. They always do. We want to thank BCTV for letting us do this.
This.
Happy birthday to Sheila. We also want to let you know that BCTV is having a dance party luau on
Fun.
August 31st. You can go to their website, bctv.org, to get information about that. And also on their website, you can check out the new Solo app, which has all sorts of wonderful things about Berks County. And it's a lovely app to have. I have it myself. Anything that you know that's coming up that you want to go ahead.
Definitely. In the Heights at Genesius, August 5th and 14th. It's going to be amazing. You want to see it. So, August 5th and 14th.
Anything else?
No, sorry, I don't.
I'm thinking of having a yard sale on August 6th.
Stay
Nicole's
tuned.
house.
We'll put it up on our site, which is twss.tv.
If you're interested, tweet us.
Indeed.
I
You
guess I have to do it now.
See, you said it, you must do it. Gracious, what is this?
I'll make $100 so I can buy that
Right.
Rachel Hart says happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, love.
So there you go. Remember, you can always tweet us at She Tweets to Me. Check out our videos on YouTube. Well, you know what? All of the links to our social media are on the top of our website, which is twss.tv. We thank you for being a wonderful audience. We thank BCTV for being a wonderful home. And we thank Jamie for hosting the show previous to us.
That was fun.
We'll see you next month on Monday, August 22nd at 9 o'clock. Thanks for being with us. Bye.